Welcome, beautiful souls. Today we are diving deep into a topic that it's regarding avoidance, ghosting, and rejection. These behaviors can feel confusing, painful, and even isolating, but they also carry profound lessons for our spiritual growth and self-awareness. In this episode, we'll explore the underlying causes of these patterns, both on a human and spiritual level. We'll look at how this behavior serves as reflections of our inner shadows, and most importantly, how we can heal, understand, and transcend them. Whether you've experienced these behaviors or found yourself acting them out, this episode will offer insights, compassion, and practical tools, including tarot, to help you navigate these emotional landscapes. Let's clarify what these behaviors really are. Avoidance is when someone consciously or unconsciously avoids confronting difficult feelings, situations, or truths. It's like hitting pause on emotional discomfort, often to protect ourselves from pain or vulnerability. Ghosting is a more sudden disappearance, cutting off all communication without explanation. It can feel like being left in the dark, and many have experienced it as confusing or even traumatic. Rejection involves dismissing or denying someone's feelings, presence, or efforts. It can be active, like saying no, or passive, like ignoring someone's attempts to reconnect. Why do these behaviors happen? They're often rooted in self-protection. When faced with fear of rejection, failure, or abandonment, we develop defense mechanisms. Sometimes these are conscious choices, but often they're subconscious reactions born from past wounds. These behaviors are universal. Even the most evolved souls have moments of avoidance or rejection. They're part of the human experience, and they carry important lessons if we choose to see them. Psychologically, avoidance and rejection often stem from fears of abandonment. If you've experienced rejection as a child or in past relationships, your subconscious might create patterns to protect yourself from getting hurt again. Low self-esteem, trauma, and negative core beliefs about worthiness also play significant roles. Emotionally, avoidance serves as a shield against overwhelming feelings, fear, shame, or grief. Ghosting can be a way to escape confrontation, to avoid causing pain, or to avoid being vulnerable. Rejection, whether active or passive, often reflects inner insecurities projected outward. Spiritually, these behaviors are manifestations of our inner shadows, parts of ourselves that we haven't fully integrated or healed. They're signals from the soul, nudging us to look within, confront our fears, and grow. The hangman symbolizes surrender and gaining perspective. When we're avoiding, we are resisting the truth or the growth process. The hangman encourages us to pause, see things from a new angle, and release control. The moon represents fears, illusions, and the unconscious. When avoidance or rejection happen, it often stems from fears hidden deep within. Fears illuminated by the moon symbol of the shadow self. Connecting these cards, we see that avoidance and rejection are often rooted in fears. Fear of the unknown, fear of vulnerability, fear of being hurt. These fears are part of our journey towards self-awareness and healing. Now, what happens when someone else is avoiding, ghosting, or rejecting you? It can evoke feelings of confusion, pain, or self-doubt. Recognize that their behavior is likely driven by their own fears or wounds. It's rarely about you, though it might feel personal. Approach with empathy and try to understand that they're acting from a place of pain or insecurity. Give space, but set healthy boundaries. Sometimes the best response is to honor your needs and respect their process without forcing communication. Communicate gently if appropriate. Express your feelings without blame and ask for clarity if you feel safe doing so. Practice patience and compassion. Everyone is on their own healing journey, and avoidance often indicates unresolved fears. Don't force someone to face you or confront issues if they're not ready. Refrain from taking their avoidance or rejection personally. This is about their growth, not your worth. Let's turn inward. If you find yourself avoiding, ghosting, or rejecting others, develop self-awareness. Notice your triggers. What emotions or thoughts make you want to withdraw? Ask yourself, what I am avoiding? Practice healing techniques. Confront your fears, perhaps through journaling, meditation, or shadow work. Be compassionate with yourself. Healing is a process. Cultivate vulnerability. Share your feelings with trusted friends or a therapist. Perform energy clearing. Visualize releasing cords or negative energies attached to past wounds. Call upon your higher self or guides for support. Set healthy boundaries. If you feel the urge to ghost or reject, pause and ask, is this necessary for my growth or just avoidance? Sometimes a simple, honest conversation is more empowering than silence. And remember, rejection from others often reflects their inner state. The goal is to build relationships rooted in awareness, compassion, and authenticity. Develop ongoing self-awareness about your avoidance pattern. Journaling and tarot can help uncover triggers and subconscious fears. Practice active listening and honest communication. When you feel the urge to withdraw, ask yourself if you're avoiding or if you need space. Cultivate compassion both for yourself and others. Everyone is on their own spiritual journey. You could try daily reflection on your triggers and reactions, meditation focusing on self-love, acceptance, and forgiveness. As we come to the end of today's episode, I want to remind you that avoidance, ghosting, and rejection are not flaws. They're part of the human experience, signs that we're being called to grow and heal. These behaviors are opportunities for reflection. They teach us about our own fears, or shadows, and our capacity for compassion. We can transform these shadows into sources of strength. Healing is a journey, and it's not a destination. Be patient with yourself and others. Thank you for joining me today. If this resonated, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to trust your inner guidance. Stay radiant, stay aware, and keep shining your light.